Let's do it. Let's do it. We got low. Low. That's better. Why is it so low? Is that better? That's better. Right, let's do it. Let's do a show. Let's do it. You hear me, guys? You hear me, guys? Oh, it's that side. Ooh, baby, I can make you come to me. Oh, baby. Let's do it. Let's open up Skype. Pole Bodell, Pole Bodell, who ba didn't do. Oh, baby, I can make you come to me. Let's do it. Let's do a stream. We got. Who we got here? We got Gemma. We got Wickerman, Alfred, Dancing Monkey, Bestie, Mrs. P, Rob. It's a treat. Hey everyone, Andy Phillips, Gemma. Hey DJ, I like your badges, Gemma. That's some kind of picture. Alan, Sharon, Booper. Haven't seen you for ages, Booper. George Tom, 1988, Newman Lucas as a Shadow, Alfred, Pad, Fallen Reaper, Buster from Andy, Richard Gregorian, Hazy. I just watched the Matrix. It's all right, isn't it? It's all right. It's all right. It's a little emptier than I remember. I used to have it on VHS. It's a little emptier than I remember. There's a little less going on. Oh, I think someone that I recently blocked has blocked me. They believe they have cancelled me. I have been cancelled. Well, here's the thing. If we go to affiliate, which I think we're going to do on July the 1st, all we lose is the blue tick. All we lose is the blue. I can have these louder now that Catherine's not here. All we lose is the blue tick. That's it. The blue tick is like Pete wants the blue tick because Pete's never had a taste of the high life. I've lived the high life. I've had a door held open for me by a prince. That's true, Prince Edward. I lived the high life. Pete has never lived the high life. Pete wants to know. He's thirsty. You're right, Jim. He's thirsty. I watched The Matrix. I enjoyed it. But it was a bit empty. I remember the second one being rubbish. I didn't see the third one, I don't think. I had to interview someone for The Matrix. But they gave Keanu to Kate Lawler. I think I interviewed the twins or something. And then Kate got in big trouble because she said that Carrie-Anne Moss... dies on telly before the film had even come out. Shut up with the white tick. I got blocked by someone I got blocked by someone I blocked. I haven't got blocked. That's just not showing up there. Life. Listen, being blocked on Twitter is not a cancellation. I'll cancel you. I cancel you with my karate skills. How do I rank my Star Wars films? My favorite Star Wars film, and no one believes it, is The Revenge of the Sith. Here we go. We got a phone call. Let's do this. Hello, caller.
Hello, Ian. I've got to say this is my first time caller. I've followed you since your radio days. I've got a question if it's
What
okay.
radio? What was your favourite of all? You followed me since my radio days. I'm going to let you ask your question. What was your favourite of my radio stations?
Oh, it's got to be Talk Radio.
Okay, and who did I present the show with?
Well, it's
Thanks for calling. Yeah. Ooh, baby, I can make you come to me. He was about to go in. Use your bargaining strength tricks you want to keep with your partner. They don't care if we move away. No, Beth, I know exactly how much bargaining power we've got because we've tried it. I sent an email where I literally begged. I literally begged. Let's do this. This is a phoning show. 0203 286 6370 is the phone number. Why'd you cut him off, man? Because it's you, Alfred. Mods, ban Alfred. Ban Alfred. Thank you, Matty. By the way, Matty, is ianandcatherine.com live? Because ianlee.com is a car crash. It's Scott tried to look at it, and you just can't look at it. Some of you can look at it, some of you can't. Right. Okay, here we go. Here's another one. Oh, it's Alistair.
Hiya, man.
Just to let you know, Alistair, ianandcatherine.com is live. It's a website. It's not finished yet.
Brilliant.
Matty has built it from the ground up, and that deserves respect.
So is it Ian and Catherine all one word.com, yeah?
All lowercase, all one word. ianandcatherine.com.
I'm going to look that up.
Brilliant. We're going to add a few bits and pieces to it. We're going to add a few bits and pieces. We're going to integrate Scott's merch shop into our merch shop, so everything will be in one place.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Brilliant.
Matty's done a great job. I'm a big fan of that guy, and I love that guy. And I cannot wait, Matty. I cannot wait for a consensual hug. I'd like to play some video games with you. Oh, you can also go to ianandcath.com as well. Hey, David Turners. Alistair, let's have it. Let's go full on ADHD tonight. Let's do this. What can we help you with?
Had a bit of an irritating day after I'd phoned you in the morning. I had to take Jeannie for vaccinations.
Yeah.
So I got to the vets.
Yeah.
And they said, wait outside. And I said, okay, that's fine, you know.
Standard practice at the moment. Yeah.
And then it's cold. And then she came back and I said, there's this person next, and then there's that person in that car, and then you're after that. So I said, well, look, will you come and get me from the car because it's freezing? So she said, yeah, fine. And anyway, it got to about half an hour after the proposed appointment time, and I just left because I thought, that's too long to wait. I'm fed up.
You didn't.
So
you didn't consider knocking on the door and saying, are we close? Because I've got stuff to go and do. You didn't consider that?
No, because I got a little bit irritated, and I thought if I did that, then I might not lose it exactly, but I didn't want to be rude to them about it. I just thought I'd leave. Because, I mean, the cat wasn't ill, and I thought I'll just go to another vet and stuff, so... I'll say that. But I wondered, Ian, if I could ask you a question about the vaccine.
You can ask me any question you want about anything you want.
Okay. So going back, I think to the talk radio days, I think you made a decision to try and cut down about
3 years ago, I'm going to say, I tried to come off them, yeah.
Yeah. So my question is, because I mean, as you know, I've recently, I'm on the max dose recently. My question is, Did
I was
you
quiet. Sorry,
want-
guys. I had my
Did
volume
you want
down.
to come off them because you felt, as an addict,
No,
it was beholden on you to come
No.
off
no.
those tablets?
No. No, the there are some people in 12-step meetings who will. It's not so common now, but I remember being in a meeting. I think this happened. I might have imagined it. I think this happened being in a meeting, and either me or someone said they were on antidepressants, and someone went, "Oh." And there are some like hardcore people that say, "No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't." I remember when I was looking for a sponsor in SLA. And there was this guy who had a lot of clean time in SLA, and you don't get many people with clean time in SLA. And I asked him to be my sponsor, and he said, "Yeah, sure. You're going to have to come off your antidepressants though to show humility." What?
God.
And I should have told. One of my great regrets is I didn't tell him to F off. I went, "Oh, I'll speak to my doctor about it." No, I did not have a problem. I do not have a problem with taking any medication that is prescribed by a doctor. I know if I'm taking it legitimately. By that I mean once when I had an operation on my anus, this is a true story, I was given tramadol. I didn't know what tramadol was, and I told them I was an addict, and I said I want like the best painkillers, but kind of I'm an addict, so the best you can give me without. Tramadol was like you take it and you just travel through time. It was insane. And I took them because my anus was very painful, and then I took one tramadol, and as soon as I took it I thought, nah, I took that because I wanted to get high. So I gave them to my then wife and said, I took one of these because I wanted to get high. Could you get rid of them for me? She went, yeah, sure, no problem. Then like 4 weeks later, I was in her car. They were in her glove compartment. They were in her glove. What are you doing? Get rid of these. This is not getting rid of them. I could sniff these out. So no. Why? Are you having issues around it?
Well, the only thing is I was talking about it with my counsellor a little bit, and I said I was thinking and saying, I've been much happier since this has happened, and I've been much more productive. I've done more service for AA, blah, 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 blah.
Since what has happened? Since you've taken the tablets?
Since I've been on venlafaxine for years, but since they've increased...
Can we delete that from Beth, please? I don't want any of that gossip in this chat. Please. Yes, so carry on.
They've increased the dosage about 3 weeks ago from 225 to 300 a day. And I'm thinking, is this my authentic self? Or is the tablet making me an imposter? Do you know what I mean?
It's one of the great philosophical questions about mood-altering medication.
Yeah. It's if I
could it be that you're... Go on, sorry, go on, I interrupted. Go on.
I was going to say if I could ever get to a point where I could be off the medication. I mean, I don't think that would ever happen.
You've only just gone on them, though.
Frightened.
You've only just gone on them.
Yeah.
Right. So do you not
effectively,
consider all these great things are happening in your life? Do you not consider that some of these great things might be happening in your life because you're on the medication?
Yes.
Hang on to
that. Yes, I suppose so. I
suppose so. The fact that you're feeling better and being more productive and doing stuff. And how long ago did you start taking the meds?
Well, I've been on the venlafaxine for years, as I've said. And then, obviously, with the alcohol, taking alcohol, drinking alcohol would mitigate against the better effects, because it always does.
Yeah.
So since I've been sober, I didn't feel I was getting the payoff of being sober on antidepressants until this recent increase to the max dose. So, I suppose it's kind of, just thinking, well, it's good that I'm doing better now in myself.
Yeah.
But maybe the sort of addict in me is thinking, well, it's a bit of a cop-out,
It's not a cop-out. It's medicine. It's medicine for an illness. Would you go and say to a cancer patient, don't have that chemo? An addict who's got cancer, don't go for that radiotherapy. That's a cop-out. No, of course you wouldn't. An addict, an alcoholic who's an asthmatic. Yeah, don't use that Ventolin. That's a cop out. You're copping out. It's an illness, man. It's an illness. You've got because it's not physical. Because it's not obviously physical, it means we look at things slightly differently. But it is an illness.
Yeah. Okay, mate. Well, that's great. Thanks. It's been really good talking to you about
Nice
that.
to talk to you, fella. I'm going to go
All
and get a
right.
handkerchief. Goodbye. I'm going to get a handkerchief. I'm going to get a handkerchief. My belt's undone. I was watching The Matrix. Carrie-Anne Moss. The fact that I even remembered her name. Wowzers. Wowzers. Carrie-Anne Moss. Wowzers. Aurora! I saw your message about the jewellery. Well done. 0203 286 6370. I'll call you back if I miss your call. We've got a voice message. I'll turn it down because it's from a number I don't know. Here we go. This is the guy we cut off earlier.
I got cut off, mate. I'm actually George Tom, 1988. I've got a question to ask you. Who was the most fakest celebrity on, well, I'm a Celebrity?
That's a boring question. I refuse to answer it. Let's call this one back. Is it possible to set ads to fire off automatically via Nightbot? Because I want to do a sleep stream so that we then get like 12 hours in. Oh, by the way, Jen, I saw that. Jen said you upgraded to Elite Patreon from July, worth every penny. Yes, mate. Hey, Catherine Boyle. I was thinking of doing, I'm trying to ring this person back. I've got so many ideas. I think I'm coming back up again. Come back up again, right? I watched The Matrix and it was good. But for when we go to Patreon, I've got some great ideas. Hello, Catherine Boyle. You can call in if you want. Your connection is too weak. I got some great ideas. We're going to give you some great podcasts on the Patreon, right? On the Patreon. Boy, oh boy, the Patreon is going absolutely great. Tim Burton has just signed up. Thank you, Tim. And Claire Allen. Thank you, both of you. May the gods bless you. Let's get the Patreon link in there. Thank you. I was thinking of doing like a book at bedtime, and we'd read a chapter every night. We'd read a chapter every single night, and it will go out as a podcast. And this was, we opened this earlier on, Catherine, when we were talking about the Bible, chapter 7, and it was a little bit racist. It was a little bit racist. Hello, caller. Yes, you?
It's me. It's Catherine.
Ah! I was about to say, have you got school tomorrow, Sonny? But no.
I have, yeah. And then I'll come to work.
Oh, I know you.
You thought I was a small boy?
Gays and guys is my good mate. It's a great buddy of mine. This is wonderful. It's Catherine Boyle.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Cath fans.
Great call to Alan Bezic the other day, by the way. Alan, why I hope I don't say anything that offends anybody. Why are lady homosexuals called lesbians? Great question.
Did you explain it was to do with the Isle of Lesbos?
He did not mention the Isle of Lesbos, no.
Oh, for shame. I would have thought he would have known that. Anyway, so what are you saying about Ivy Tildesley?
I thought, listen, we're going to do, for our we need to discuss, and by the way, this is up to you fans as well. Patreon is going, great guns.
Yeah.
Great guns. And there's going to be a tier where you're going to get bonus podcasts, right?
Yeah.
Just stuff that we just feel like making, like The Door into Summer, my music thing. I'm bunged up. Get bunged up at night.
Hay fever.
Oh, but by the way, you're a first-time caller.
Yeah, long time. I haven't listened ever.
Oh, okay. Right. So we got Door into Summer, Man Up Snowflake, which I might put behind a paywall for like a bit and then put it out because I think it's good to have that out.
Yeah.
The book at bedtime. When we read a chapter of a book, right? One of us does, both of us do what but we read a book and we put that out. So it's like an audio book. Now, do they go on the £6.66 tier? Or do they go, because currently they're on the £20 elite tier. Let me have a little look.
It feels like that's where a celebrity like Ivy Tilsley, Lynn Perry would naturally rest.
Yes,
With the
of
elite.
course. But this would be for all of our bonus podcasts.
Yeah.
So the £20, plenty for 20, the bonus podcast. Maybe, maybe they go in the 20. Us peasants at who's this? Us peasants at 66 deserve a bedtime story or two. Says Cock Bongo. I think it's got to be. Well, people are saying put it the elite. That is the plenty for 20.
Well, what we can do for those people is we can tell them what book we're going to read, and they can read it themselves.
Yeah, I think it stays on the elite. I think it should stay on the
So
elite.
we need to offer those people a little extra.
Yeah, I think it should stay on the elite.
That's interesting because I did think about book at bedtime, as you know, but I was thinking more for children.
I don't know.
I wasn't thinking of the actual children that we should be aiming at, which are the big kids. I think that's a shout.
I think that's a shout. But that means like we've got 70. Plenty for 20s. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. But do we want to make podcasts just for 70 people, even if they are the elite?
The people who join afterwards will be able to access those too, right?
If they would, let's not give away too many of the secrets of Patreon and little workarounds that exist where you can get stuff for free.
No, I don't mean that. I mean,
No.
you know, with time,
No.
people will hear about what a cracking deal this is, and then they'll be able
come
to
and
access.
join the elite.
Yes.
Gatford's got it. Gatford, whose misunderstanding of how Patreon works this morning
God,
was
Gafford,
staggering.
who almost ruined us earlier.
It was offensive.
Yeah.
He says, stay on the elite, but a sample on the 666. Interesting you put 666. Jen, I think it was Jen or Jenna. Oh, Jenna says, VIP Jenna, my queen, says 666 should get every other page. Now that would take some editing, but I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, okay. Or they should get everything except the last page.
Yeah. I think it stays on the £20. I think it stays on the £20.
I think so.
So I really wanted to do a sleep stream tonight to make up our hours. And sleep on the tiny sofa. But
well, it's either that or we get the paddling pool out.
oh,
so
Jesus,
which one is it going to be?
Jesus. But does anyone know? It's a serious question for you guys at home. Can you get I'm sure I read that you can set Nightbot to fuck. We have to play 6 minutes of ads. After July the 1st, no ads.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to play 6 minutes of ads every hour. But I'm sure I read that there is a way to get Nightbot to fire off ads automatically.
Okay, I don't think I'm required for this bit, so I'm going to go.
Okay.
But I'll be floating around in the chat.
Get lost. Chris Brogan, thank you. Gary Davis. Ooh, Gary Davis. Thank you. She's my queen. Sleep stream, copying Amaranth's content. I invented the sleep stream. That's a true story. I invented the sleep stream. Get Matty Stevo to have a poke around in Nightbot's end. We missed some calls. Let's try. We call you back. It's a phone-in show, guys. Bum, 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 bum. Bum. I get very bunged up at the night. Copy the command. Sorry, what command? John Mason. So I missed something, did I?
Yo, my jeweler.
Excuse me?
Hello?
Yes?
What are you saying?
Well, look, this precise second in time, I'm saying this precise second in time.
Huh?
Well, when I'm speaking, I'm saying,
Oh,
that's
good.
what I'm saying. And when I'm silent, I'm not saying anything.
Oh, is that how it works?
We got into some metaphysical shit within 30 seconds of this phone call, my friend.
Yeah, that's crazy, you know.
Isn't it?
Yeah, bro. Well, how's your day, though?
It's had its moments.
Bro.
Sorry? Oh, you asked me a question? You didn't. You got. Hello? I think we got cut off there. Let's call him back.
Oh, sorry. I don't know.
We got cut off. What happened?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well, I was saying, how's your day?
It's had its ups and downs
What the ups?
when I went upstairs.
I mean, okay, what about the downs?
I went in the basement. Come on, man.
Shush.
Shushy. He's gone. I like that guy. 0203 286 6370 is the phone number. If you want to give us a call, you can Skype TLNA. This is a bonus stream. So, can we play ads in Nightbot? Because if we can, we're doing you clip it. We're doing a sleep stream, which I invented. If I do, no, hover to view. Hover. Okay. Nope. You can through Moobot though. How does Moobot work? Can I call you when you're asleep? No. Well, you can. I don't care. 0203 286 6370. That's the phone number if you want to give us a call. This is a phone-in show, man. Don't be idiots. Phone up. Phone up. I'm hungry. The command is commercial. It doesn't work. We tried this, didn't we? Right. Is a commercial going to play now? Commercial 120. Initiating 120-second commercial break. Is anyone getting an advert now? You wouldn't be able to hear that, would you? This is what I'd read. It was the commercial command. So if I go and try and play an advert now, it works. It works. It works. Matty, you're fired. You're fired. So if I put that into Nightbot to fire off every 20 minutes, you won't all get adverts. Please don't just tell me you're getting an advert or you're not getting an advert. Please, no, I'm not interested. Please don't tell me. Yeah, try that. I see you and Ollie playing games and I go, I want to play games. But I just don't have the motivation to play games at the moment. But I'd like to play games, but then when it gets to it, suddenly it's Wednesday. All right, let's try. Let's go to Nightbot. We're going to have some fun. If this buggers up, I'm in such big trouble. So we want timers. We're going to add commercial. Interval every 20 minutes. Okay. Now I've got it set. That it's going to work. By the way, getting blocked. Getting blocked on Twitter is not being cancelled, right? It's not being cancelled. Getting blocked on Twitter is not being cancelled. I just want to say that for anyone that's been blocked on Twitter and is going around saying I cancelled. Okay. Yes, we're gonna live stream probably on YouTube, maybe on here. We don't know. Can you make the timer shorter to test it? That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Okay, that's a great idea. So it's set for 7 minutes. In 7 minutes, we should know whether we are able to play commercials. Yeah, block someone on Twitter. I've been cancelled. I've made a video. I've made a vlog. A video blog about being cancelled. I'm sending a link to Ian Lee because it's about him. Guys, what is the one thing we know about me and links? I don't click on them. Especially if they're about me. Thank you, James Summers. It's lovely to see you. He really is as well. He really is. Phil Bezic and James Summers. We could listen to some Bezic, actually. Thank you, guys. It's appreciated. Dishwasher's done. So I blocked some people on Twitter and they got upset about it. He's cancelled. He's cancelled us. We've been cancelled, they said in a public forum to their 10 followers.
Blocked, cancelled, and moved on.
Okay, so you have got Debbie McGee. You have got... you've got Debbie... Right, here we go. I got this, right? So you've got Debbie McGee. You've got Catherine Boyle. And you've got Grotbags. Who would you like to block? Who would you cancel? And who would you move on? I had the wasn't Grotbags. I may have got this wrong. Carol Ann Scott, I believe her name was. If I've got that right, then I deserve $1 million. Carol Ann Scott and Carol Ann Moss tonight. It's all about. Wasn't Carol Ann Scott a swinger?
Well, you think of the Crankies?
No, that's. Come on, mate. That's Jimmy Cranky.
Yeah.
Maybe not a swinger, but maybe I think she did like adult entertainment shows for swingers.
Well, it was it was the olden days. They all were, weren't they?
They were all at it. They were all at it. By the way, let me know, guys, if we get adverts. Nice to speak to you, Dave. Not spoken to you for a wee while.
No. I couldn't sleep last night. So I went down a bit of a rabbit hole on YouTube, as you do.
As you do.
And I went down the day the clown, the day the clown cried.
The day the clown cried. And by the way, Pete, no, we can't. That is, of course, the unreleased Jerry Lewis movie. I'm assuming you watched the one that's got the footage and the reconstruction. Yeah,
there was also a documentary by David Schneider where he showed some stills from the that had been taken at the time, which was quite interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd sort of like to see it. And apparently, when he died, well, shortly before he died, he left all his stuff to the American Institute, and he said that the film couldn't be shown until 2024. So
3 years old. Harry Shearer's seen it, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And he said it was as bad as you'd imagine.
He said it's odd to be in the presence of a perfect thing, in that it's just perfectly awful.
For those who don't know, the film is Jerry Lewis, lady, that guy, and it's him as a clown, if I remember correctly, in a concentration camp, and he dresses up as the clown to take the children to their deaths.
Yes, he's a German clown who gets arrested for making fun of Hitler in some bar. He gets drunk, and then he gets put in a sort of a low-level camp. But then he decides to befriend the children, and he ends up getting on a train to Auschwitz. And then, he goes with them to the gas chamber. Yeah.
Cock Bongo says, I think Patton Oswalt and a bunch of comedians tried to do a live read-through of the script and it got shut down by lawyers. Wow, they were cancelled. They were actually cancelled.
Well, that was strange in the David Schneider thing. He arranged to talk to 4 of the surviving cast, and then suddenly they all cancelled on him. Whether that was, so. Wow. I just think But I was listening to something earlier, and they were saying it might be a masterpiece, and I said, no, I don't think it is. I think
Titsalina says, "I'm desperate to see it. The script is appalling." It's weird that it's got so many people are aware of it and have kind of, because I can't remember. I'm going to say it's from like 71. I can't really remember the
it's
Jerry
about
Lewis,
that,
Jerry Lewis timeline. But all of his films around then were horrendous. There's the one which I remember seeing as a kid and really liked, and then I watched it a couple of years ago and it's terrible, where he's a millionaire who can't join the army, so he starts his own army.
Oh yes, they're about something at the front, isn't it? I can't remember.
And that was just kind of those late 60s, 70s Jerry Lewis movies are just atrocious, absolutely atrocious. But had it come out, I think it would be a punchline. But now it's this kind of
thing. Smile, isn't it?
Indigo Spiral says that's great. That's only 26 years after the Holocaust. Holy shit! Yes, when you put it in that context,
it's Smile, or it's Carnival of Light, isn't it? It's that sort of thing.
Yeah. It will. People become fascinated by that which they cannot access.
Yeah, apparently some French sort of film people said they've seen it and think it's a masterpiece, but the French did think he was a genius anyway. So.
Guys, Nightbot is saying to me, server commands other than #Mia blocked.
So Mia blocked.
That means that Nightbot needs authorizing to do commands. Holy shoot, this is complicated.
Through the looking glass here, people.
This is So what I want to do on a timer does not work. It just doesn't work. It means we cannot have a sleep stream tonight, which is great because it will be crap content. I just want to do it to make up the hours.
Yeah. It's technology always lets you down, doesn't it?
Korova Milkman said he also made, so 1971 we're talking about, right? He also made King of Comedy around that time, which is the greatest film of all time. Do you want to tell him or shall I?
It's a bit later.
Well, I'm going to say King of Comedy, 82, 83, 82.
Yeah,
I put my money
82. It's after 82. Raging Bull, isn't it? So
I took, they were showing it at the BFI when me and Catherine were at Talk, and I said we have to go and see it in the cinema. She'd never seen it before, and I think we might have been late for the show actually, and it was just. It's such a wonderful film. I don't want to watch it too often because I don't want to dissipate the magic, but I love that movie so much.
I liked him in that film Funny Bones that Lee Evans did.
Didn't see it. I'm aware of it. Didn't see it.
Yeah, it was really good in that, but it was a film about comedy and sort of about traditional comedy, so sort of playing a version of himself. That was quite good, but no, I just sort of fell down that rabbit hole of I really want to see it now, whether it's good or whether it's terrible or whether it's brilliant. I know.
It's amazing it's not out there. Because everything is out. Almost everything is out there. Smile was out there. Carnival of Light isn't out there. But most things are out there.
By the way, I told you I'm going to Abbey Road in August. I'm paying my £100 to step through the doors. I know you got in there for nothing, but
absolutely, I'm a celebrity.
But they're not allowing you to take photographs. Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know if I took photographs when I was in there. I don't know if I did. It's a good thing.
I think it's a really good thing.
It's a good thing. Go and soak up the vibe. Just I found it emotional. You can see how religions start, right? And it's almost there with the Beatles, particularly with Lennon's assassination or murder, whatever. But you can see how religions start. I when I walked through the doors of Abbey Road with my sister, I was crying. I wasn't sobbing, but I had tears coming down my eyes because it was this powerful emotional thing. Can you imagine that in another 50 years, in 100 years, when when everyone from that era is dead and is gone, and it's just word of mouth and legend? That will happen.
No, I'm really looking forward to it. I thought, do I want to be in that place and surrounded by people filming everything, taking photographs of themselves on the staircase and all this sort of stuff. No, I don't. I really don't. But they said they're using a new system, which is basically putting something over the, the lens of the camera, so you can't take anything. It's a system, in other words, a bit of sticky tape. Sticky tape. I don't know whether they're using those special bags or not. But no, a bit of sticky tape over the lens. And just saying, no, I think it's brilliant.
Listen, but there are infinitely more and better photographers that have taken pictures in those rooms with those lads in there than you could ever take. Going just the vibe and you can feel it. It is the vibe is tangible in that building.
Yeah, my mate said, "Do you want to go?" And I went, "Yeah." How much is it? I was, "How much is it?" 100 quid. Yes.
Yeah,
it's all three studios and the echo chamber and the.
See, I didn't get to see that kind of stuff. I got to see 2 of the studios, but then I did get to watch a band play Abbey Road in Abbey Road, and then they moved to the other studio and they had me dancing to the Ballad of John and Yoko, one of my least favourite Beatles songs. But hearing them play it live, it was like, this song's brilliant.
Yeah,
you'll enjoy it, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm literally counting the days.
By the way, tell the Nothing Is Real podcast guys, they're on fire at the moment.
They really are. Yeah,
they're on fire.
I don't want to, flatter them too much. But
no, do it. That Harry Nilsson. I'm not massively interested or into Harry Nilsson, right? And that episode came up. Okay. But it was a joy. And as soon as I saw the next one, or whenever it was Travelling Wilburys. Oh, yes, well, I couldn't get it quick enough.
Well, it's part 3 tomorrow, isn't it? Oh, yeah, part 3 of the second part.
There we go. Yes. Brilliant. I'll have that.
But no, they are really, really good at it, and
they're on fire at the moment. They've hit their stride. For those who don't know, Nothing Is Real Beatles podcast. Unlike any other Beatles podcast, it's a joy. It's superb. And also, there's a new episode of Take It Away, the Paul McCartney podcast that my friend Ryan did, and Ryan is now dead. And they did a tribute episode, and I couldn't listen. I've not listened. I say he's my friend. I didn't know him very well, but I met him. He was so kind to me, and he took me to Atlantic Records in New York City, where he worked. When I met him, and we would text each other quite often, and I'd say, "Why are you saying Hamish? It's Hamish." Oh, Ian, I know. We've had so many people pick us up on that, Hamish. And so, and he came on the show a few times, and he was such a lovely lad. But I couldn't listen to their tribute episode. But I've started listening to the McCartney 3 episode, and and I want to listen to the whole series again, because I don't know if you've heard it, Dave. It's a great. They just dissect every McCartney album in just it's like 2.5, 3 hours on Wildlife. It that's the detail they go into. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I listen to the Queen podcast called Queen Pod, where they do a side a week, and
a side a week.
A cider week, yeah.
And then they have a lager week and beer
exactly.
week, etc., etc., etc.
Songs about the good times and bad times, yeah. And they do sort of good 2 hours on like 5 or 6 songs. It's I just love that. I love that depth and that geekiness about it, which you just know. Yeah, this is someone's made this just for me. But. No, that's all my news. I just remembered that, of course, I've got a ticket to see the Pete Best Band in August, and I've still got to think if I'm going to go do that or not.
Well, hang on a minute. Wait, is it this August now?
Yeah. It's rolled over till August, I guess.
That won't. Well, it might do.
It might do by August.
Brilliant. Kath. We might be going to see Pete Best. Kath's gone to bed. Kaz doesn't wish this crap. Kazzy, as I call her, has enough of this crap in real life.
Without having to watch it when she's not, yeah.
I don't want to know about the ads, by the guys. I fired those ads off with my hand.
But yeah, I assume it's, although my gig, my Flaming Lips gig at Aylesbury Friars has been cancelled from July, so...
They cancelled The Who, Barry Manilow's next year, Jim says they had 1,000 at the snooker last night. Yeah, well, they're doing very specific events.
That gig in Liverpool, wasn't there, the other
Gig
night?
in Liverpool, or the club in Liverpool, and the snooker. They're doing very specific events where everybody has to be tested before, and then I think everybody is tested 3 days after to see transmission.
Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah, I mean, they did say it was August, but that always seems a long way off. But it ain't that far in vaccination terms. I don't know when you're going to get your second one. Mine's not until the end of the month, this month, I think. So.
My second one's July, I seem to remember.
We shall see. But
All right.
no, I'm definitely going to go up. If it's on, I think I will go up.
All right, I'm going up there. I'll see you there. I'll give you COVID.
Yeah, no,
right.
well, I look forward to that.
Yeah, I'm going to blow 'em up your beanhole. Goodbye. 0203 286 667 phone number. Yeah, Patty is asleep on your chair, Catherine, but your chair is pushed under the table. Is a phone-in show? Kind of. I want to do a sleep stream just to make up the hour. We're contracted to do 60 hours on this. We're not sure if we're leaving Twitch. Steve Cadman, thank you for becoming a patron. That is just out of this world. Whether we're going to be going to YouTube or what we're doing. Hello, Peter.
Hello.
This
I was just calling off the back of the mention of the Jerry Lee Lewis
Sorry?
film.
No one's mentioned... Sorry?
Jerry Lewis.
Thank you. No one's mentioned Jerry Lee Lewis, mate.
In my head, it's the same person, probably.
I only got it the other day that Great Balls of Fire is about when you get what I used to call blue balls. When you'd been like hanging out with a hot girl that you really fancied and you're a teenager but nothing happens, or maybe there's a little bit of frottage, and your testicles.
I thought you were going to say no, never mind.
Sorry, and your testicles ache, and that's what that's about. Goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire. You got my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You broke my will. But what a thrill. Goodness gracious. My balls are on fire for you, my 13-year-old cousin.
Wow. Well, there we go.
True story.
Yeah.
True story.
But yeah,
Go on.
Yeah, I'm taken aback by that. But yeah, Lost Media is such a rabbit. It's not even a rabbit hole. It's a network of rabbit holes.
Oh.
You know,
a whole underground warren of tunnels.
Yeah. I mean, it's something obviously that I've always had a sort of a beginner interest in, being a Doctor Who fan.
Yeah.
Because Doctor Who is one of the big icebergs of Lost Media. Just, there's still 97 episodes missing.
But they keep popping up in like some dude's house in New Zealand or something, don't they?
Not so much anymore. There was certainly a period where it was a bit like that. There's believed to be a few.
Go on.
There's believed to be a few in the hands of private collectors who just won't give them up. So we've got to wait for those to die.
Oh, there's that guy that reckons he's got everything, isn't there? Isn't there a guy?
There's been a few rumours of and the guy who found some in 2013 kept sort of saying, "Oh well, keep them peeled. I've got more," and he's never come to anything.
And some of them, and I know a lot of Beatles appearances where people would set up like not a cine camera, but an equivalent, and just film the TV.
Yeah, Doctor Who had a kind of thing that they had a professional who locked off a camera in front of the TV, a stills camera, and so the only visual record of a lot of Doctor Who episodes is, I think there's 1 or 2 episodes that don't have any visual record, but the rest have all got stills. Sort of 30 or 40 stills for a whole covering the episode.
Robotic Monkey says, how much of a Grinch do you have to be to have something like that and not want to share it? Oh, God, in Monkey circles, there was a guy that claimed to have like 3 minutes of the Monkees live, like cine film from 1967, and he just wouldn't share it. And you go, well, okay, but That's a bit of a dick move. Whenever I got like bootlegs and rare stuff, and it was generally audio as opposed to visual that I got, although we got some visual actually, I'd just put it, we'd either work out how we could release it on the record label or before the record label, I'd just put it out and put it on YouTube. Actually, we did get a lot of video because when they were making a Monkees documentary in the 90s, there was a young woman called Suzanne G, whose job it was to go, I think, to Davy Jones's house and copy every video he had, and there was, it was him and one of the producers, and she had this collection, and she kind of gave it to me, and I leaked it out there, you know, and a couple of people went, "Oh, you can't do that," and who gives a shit, man? Let's share it. We're all dying.
Some of these like film collectors, I think they're really sort of paranoid and cagey about their collections. You know, they sort of. I think there's an element of not wanting them to be mishandled. I think there's an element of, you know, what's the legal ramifications if they do hand them back? Because I know that was a worry for quite a while.
Right.
And I think there is also a bit of, well, this is rarer because I'm the only one who's got it. And it's yeah. But there's so much stuff that you wouldn't think is missing. And, you know, I mean, I've found things on the VHS tapes which are missing, and you wouldn't, you know, I mean, like loads of stuff from the 80s is missing. You know, various like stuff produced, in particular stuff produced by TVS, one of the ITV franchises.
Television South, which we could only get on our black and white portable if the wind was blowing in the right direction. And they used to show the Green Hornet on TVS on a Saturday morning, so I would try and not only watch that, I would tape the audio of the Green Hornet, which was a shitty 60s TV series that had Bruce Lee in it. I would tape the audio with a cassette. Get this, Pete. I used to rent Jackie Chan films out, right? Like Drunken Master, the classic Chan, Drunken Master, Young Master, Dragon Lord, and I would watch them and enjoy them, and then I would get a blank cassette and put it next to the TV in a cassette recorder, turn the TV up really loudly, and record the audio of a dubbed over film where the main element of it is visual.
Well, I mean, yeah, you say that. I mean, I pretty much did the same thing with the analog. You know, I in the 90s, I did exactly the same thing with episodes of Power Rangers.
Wow.
Which, you know, again, is largely visual and dubbed Japanese stuff. But yeah, there's things like the UK Fraggle Rock. Up until very recently, the UK version of Fraggle Rock, the one with Fulton Mackay, that was missing.
Well, hang on a minute. First of all, there were two versions of it, Fraggle Rock? There was an American version?
There were multiple versions of Fraggle Rock.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so we had the one in the lighthouse with Fulton Mackay as the lighthouse keeper. In America, you've got it with Doc, some American bloke. There's a few other countries that produce variants.
Oh, but that can't be lost because I saw it. I saw it when it was on.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was on at the time.
Yeah, I saw it, so it can't be lost because that's within my living memory.
Okay, but the Doctor Who episode. Well, I mean, this is the point, I suppose. When TVS went down there, you know, all of these things just got trashed. They have recently found all of the UK Fraggle.
But then, where do they find that stuff?
I think in this case, I think the writer had copies in his own house. So when he died, his estate, they sort of went through it and like, oh. He had all the Fraggle Rocks, you know.
Well, that's the only reason that Python exists, isn't it? The TV series of Python, because Terry Jones heard they were going to wipe it, so he just went in one day and nicked all the tapes.
100%, yeah. You know, and obviously Bob Monkhouse was also a huge hoarder of material, and there's a lot that came from his archive.
But of course, if there is a positive, there is a plus to the Doctor Who stuff. It's like the really shit doctors that are missing, right? The really, really shit ones. And I'm not talking like the David Tennant and I'm talking about the shit ones. I'm talking about the really shit ones.
I could never put Patrick Troughton as a shit Doctor Who.
Here's the thing. I like Patrick Troughton as a doctor, but I think his stories are shit.
Well, I mean, you know the rumours about him, don't you?
He had a big dick.
Well, he certainly used it a lot.
What
But
do you mean?
the rumor about him dying,
What?
it's a rumor. I mean, it's been long rumored in fandom for you, but the rumor is that he died. He died at a convention in 1986
Right.
of a heart attack, and the rumor is that he was in flagrante.
Well,
And
hang on. So let me
depending
get this
on
right. So there was a convention in Spain. I made myself laugh at that. It's not bad.
Depending on what versions of the story you listen to, he may have also been in costume.
Wowzers.
Or none of it may have happened at all.
Okay, famous people that have died doing it. John Entwistle of The Who died doing it in Las Vegas.
Wow.
Anybody else famous who died doing it, please let us know. The phone number's on your screen now. And we look really, phone number's not on your screen. The phone number's on your screen now. And we really look forward to getting your phone calls.
I think some of the first series of like Going for Gold is missing.
What? Adam Faith, says Dave Dogface Boy. I don't know how to react to that sentence.
I think you're meant to tell me that Hans Zimmer wrote the theme tune.
Did he?
Yeah, Hans Zimmer of like films and stuff.
Wow, I still don't really know who Hans Zimmer is. But that fact is always.
Yeah, looking at the TV Brain website, which tells you these things.
Oh God.
A whole bunch of series 1. I mean, right up until series 7, there's a missing episode from 1993. I was 9 in 1993. You know,
I was at university.
and something made when you were at university is gone.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Okay.
Unless
apparently Lord Palmerston died having sex on a billiard table.
Well, there we go. He went.
There he went. The ads are working. No, I've just pressed the ad button. We've given up on that command, for crying out loud. All right, Pete. Nice to talk. Oh, by the way, I told you this privately, but your reply to the people that I supposedly cancelled, and then Ollie Hand. You thought I'd be interested in this? Well, you're wrong. Since when? This is the problem with the world. This is why the world is so shit. People got blocked on Twitter because just whatever reason, I'm bored of them, not interested, whatever. And then it's a cancellation. No, you don't.
It's literally just, I don't want to see you in my timeline. Bye.
Bye. I don't want to see you on my stream. Goodbye. 0203 286 6370 is the phone number if you want to give us a call. I don't know how long we're going to do this for. I'm not sleeping very well at nights. A bit bunged up. Thought I'd do a little cheeky little stream. Benjamin. Hey, we got another elite. It's only Benjamin. Oh, Ollie's here. You weren't interested in that, Ollie. That's a surprise, mate. Not cancellation to be blocked. I cancelled them myself. Listen, they had 10 followers, and I wish them the best of luck. I've got no idea who they are or what they are. I screenshotted both Pete's and Ollie's responses and sent them to Catherine. It made me laugh. No idea who or what they are. I wish them the best of luck, except for their support of Tommy Robinson, who's a racist scumbag. But I just don't want anything to do with you. I don't have to. Catherine, what's that line about? It maybe your argument, but I don't have to get sucked into it. You've got a great line from somewhere, and I can't think what it is, but it is. You know, I wonder if they've. My last little look at them, and then we'll leave them to get on with it. They'll get someone else to. Message me a link to a video that I'll never. I don't click on links. Hang on. What's Reform UK, please? What's Reform UK? No vaccine passports, no more lockdown. Fox's party just started following me. Could tell just from his picture. Could tell just from the pictures. Guy going like this. Just started following me. Just stopped following me. I can tell. I can tell by the pic. I can tell by the picture. Hey, Benjamin, you've just edited your pledge. Thank you, mate. Thank you. That's very kind. I could tell by the picture it was trouble. Just don't want some people in my life. It's not cancellation. Dear God, grow up. Man up, Snowflake. Man up, Snowflake. I've worked with one of the Foxes. The one that went... James Fox, is he the one that went crazy? I worked with him in Pakistan, of all places. Sign up to our Patreon. We're moving to Patreon come July the 1st. A whole new world of content, of conversation, video. There's a YouTube, !YouTube as well, if you want to know. Sign up to the Patreon. We're still so many supporters. We're still some way off the figure we need to reach to make it feasible. Still somewhere off. So if you're hesitating, go for it. There we go.
Hello.
Shen realised and he turned his phone on its side.
I did, and then I wiped my sweaty forehead. How are you?
I don't know is the honest answer to that question. I'm gonna change
I
that
think
YouTube.
I think the reason why I've asked, and I know that you and Catherine don't normally answer that question, but,
No, but I considered
previously...
it. I considered it, and I don't know the answer to that question.
I've been dipping in and out of the stream. I kind of heard you mention something about the blue tick.
Yeah, blue tick's going. We're going affiliate. We're gonna make it cool to be affiliate.
Okay, so does that mean that the partnership with Twitch is over, or I'm slightly confused?
Jeez, it's coming to an end
Okay.
on July the 1st. We are independent, and they want us to stay exclusive to them, meaning we couldn't live stream anywhere else. And we're like, yeah, but why? What do we get with that? So if we go to affiliate and we lose the blue tick, we can stream wherever we want. So we're moving to Patreon. We're going to be doing the show. If people want to see and hear the full show, then we are encouraging people to sign up to patreon.com/Ian and Catherine. And you'll be able to see some of the show for free, but we're going to have to put the rest of it behind a paywall so that we can feed our goddamn kids.
Well, I was going to say, if that didn't happen, then I was going to say hooray. But as it has happened, I'm going to say F them. Is that rude? That is quite rude.
Let's hold off.
Don't
F them. On the effing until July the 1st when we've got. Let's hold off until July the 16th when we've got all of our money.
I know I keep bringing up Richard Herring, but I was watching an episode of Star Trek with my brother via FaceTime earlier today, and we were chatting, and Richard Herring was on Twitch. He was doing a snooker versus himself thing.
Yeah.
And I had a longish conversation because my brother knows about me kind of calling the show, you and Kath, and he knows that I love you guys, quite literally. That sounds weird.
It did sound creepy, Shen, but I can handle it.
And I don't. I know I've said similar things before, but Richard had 200 people watching, and you guys regularly have like over 1,000 or even more. And yeah, I just want to point out that
one day we'll tell you the truth about how those Twitch figures work. It's all smoke and mirrors.
Is this a conspiracy theory, or is it actually
actual
the way
fact as
that
told
thing-
to us by Twitch?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In a negative sense or in a positive sense?
Sometimes the numbers are significantly bigger than they actually are. It depends on your placement on the front page.
Okay, right.
It can get a view. If someone's looking at the front page, it can count as a view, and we're on the front page. It can count as a view.
Oh, okay.
You see,
I've been meaning to say something else for a while, and I've never and this probably seems like the best
I'm not
opportunity
ready
to
to
say.
I don't want to get married again for a while. I'm holding off on getting married again. If that's
Oh,
what you're asking.
damn it! I bought the ring.
I know I'm bi, but I'm going to marry a woman again. It's going to be a woman again if I ever get married again.
I bought a mahogany engagement ring box and everything.
Wow, but ring box.
I've got a ring box, yeah. So it's advice that I've never taken myself. But I try and visualize things to try and kind of like make sense of stuff. And for example, if you think about the National Lottery, and this may sound like a massive tangent, but it's going to make sense. It's going to make some sense in a bit. If you think about the National Lottery, if you walked into a warehouse with overturned plastic cups, and in one of them there was a ball that would win you, the jackpot. And if you imagine this warehouse was full of I think odds. I can't remember the odds exactly, but it's like millions and millions. And you walked into the warehouse, someone took £2 off you, and then gave you the option to turn over one plastic cup. That's what playing the lottery is like.
Yes.
It's just so unlikely that you would kind of win.
Yes.
And I completely ignore that visualization because I play the lottery twice a week. And the point that I'm trying to make is that if you think about the people that are actually watching the show, and if you visualize that as a theatre, and if you think about the amount of people, so taking into account the views thing, if you think about the solid kind of viewers that actually, that's a theatre full of people every, for the 5 days that you're on, solidly sitting through and enjoying the content that you and Catherine are producing.
It's not stretch it with enjoying. All we need to do now is convince all of those people to pay us £5 a month, and we will be able to pay our mortgages. We're doing so well, but we're still some way off what we need to make it financially feasible.
Well, I'm doing the £5 a month with my Pro membership. And I'm not fishing for gold. If I could afford it, the top Patreon level where we'd have a meal via Zoom, I'd pay for that if I could afford it. I think
you can't put that top level in as kind of a joke, thinking, well, no one's going to want it.
I don't see it. That'd be amazing if, I may actually start kind of dropping hints from my brother as a possible birthday present.
But it's a meal on Zoom, right? We've said it's a meal on Zoom, not a meal in real life, right?
Yeah,
you should have signed up to my Patreon, because I was doing that for I think it was 16 quid or 20 quid or something. I've been having meals for the last 8 months with my wonderful patrons.
Oh, I didn't know. I missed that. But I'd be really happy to do that.
I'm really embarrassed, and everyone's saying, "Don't be embarrassed, Ian. This is the way it works." I'm old school, so I'm embarrassed at asking people for money directly. I'm old school, so I'm used to having a boss, and a boss or an agent, and then a boss, and the boss pays the agent takes their bit, and then I get paid. That's how I'm used to doing things. So the thing of going and saying, "Can you pay us? Can you please pay us directly?" That sits uncomfortably with me and makes me feel embarrassed. And I know it's the way that things are, but I feel embarrassed by it. And I'm also really nervous because we're a long way off being able to pay the mortgage.
I think comparing that to, say, your talk radio days or LBC, where the show was supported by the ads that were being played, I think the majority, I am talking for everybody when I don't have a right to, but I think everybody's happier with the ads that you guys have and the donations that you have compared to for example, the talk radio ads that we hear on loop, and be kind of like Gregorian and Poseidon and all those ads that you've done. You've done them in and you've done them in a far more palatable, pleasurable way. And I think none of us see it as the way that you guys see it. Well, you see it in terms of it with that prism. I think everyone is happier with that, and everyone who subscribes and everyone who donates loves you guys, and is always happy. Is happy with that.
Well, someone. Shen, always nice to talk to
you. Before I go, I've been writing a book, and there's a radio presenter, and there's a radio producer in the story, and the presenter's called Ian, and the producer's called Catherine.
Okay, you're going to hear from our lawyers, you piece of trash. You goddamn piece of trash. You're going to hear from our lawyers. Someone said, does that mean my podcast, does being on Patreon mean the podcast go into my Spotify? No. You'll get every day that the podcasts are up, you will get, and the presenter gets killed by a Grace fan. Again, some money. You will get a link to download the podcast. It's going to be great. We missed a call. Let's give this person a call back. The number you are calling. Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Hello, is that Ian?
Yes.
Oh my God! Have you phoned me and I'm on the air straight away?
Yes. It's literally just me in my living room.
Amazing. Well, so before I ask my question, because I need some help, just to say thanks for making my life so good. I've been listening to you for 15 years. This is the first time I've ever phoned you. I've listened to you on everything. I've been to one of your rabbit hole shows. So yes, thank you for the ding.
By the way, Pete says Patreon will give you an RSS link you can pop into whatever podcast app you use. Oh, what? It gives that to the listener, Pete, not to me to put in. It gives it to the listener, and then they put it in. Okay, thank you. Who is this? What is your name, please?
Right, I'm going to give you a false name. No, I'm not. My name's Andrew.
Well, is that false or not? We just don't know now.
Yeah, I know that you don't do it. I'm not going to tell you either. It's always going to be a mystery.
Question mark.
I'm going to have to remember that name as well, because,
Random British dude, I've spotted you. We need to talk. We're coming off Twitch. We need to talk. Okay, Andrew, what can I do for you?
I need some help. Ian, and I know you've been through a similar situation recently. You might be able to. So I've just done, last year I split from an 18-year marriage.
Yeah.
Never been single, same age as you, pretty much. And all of a sudden last week I thought I'd have a little go at this online dating business.
Okay.
So went on, absolutely inundated, didn't quite realise that there were that many fish out there, as they say. But at the beginning, you're just talking to loads of different people, and some of those conversations turn to more conversations and more, and then you start chatting to people and maybe asking them out on dates, which has now happened. But my problem is, lots of people said to me, have loads of them on the go. It's fine. Everybody does it. And it just felt a bit wrong. But now there's two of them I really, really, really like, and I've got dates booked with both of them, and I really, really like them for two completely different reasons. And I feel like an awful person, because it's totally not me in any way.
Well,
what should I have done then?
You say it's totally not you, but you're doing it.
No, I know, but it's always felt bad. I did it with so I talked to two of my female friends who bumble it up, and they said, you keep talking to lots of people and it's fine, and until you've actually met them and had a date with them, that's when you make your mind up as to whether you sever all ties with everybody else and stop it or not. And I went, that sounds reasonable, a little bit modern, but hey, I've not been in this game for 20 years. And this is, it's only about a few days I've been doing this, but it just felt wrong. And now all of a sudden, there's two of them that both of whom I really like. I mean, don't get me wrong, nothing inappropriate haven't met either of them yet.
Have you met them? You haven't met them?
No, met neither of them. I've just organised to meet.
Be honest with them.
Both of them.
Be honest with them.
Yeah, I have been. I've told them both. I'm 100% honest in everything always. Yeah.
Well, then what's then? I mean, I don't know if I would play it like that, but that's my choice.
I wouldn't again, that's for sure.
Well, if you've been honest with them, then that's fine. I guess that the next stage is to kind of not lead any of them on.
Absolutely. Of course it is. Yeah. But it just I feel, it just feels awful. It just feels wrong. But
Well, if it feels, well, hang on, whoa. Well, if it feels wrong, then don't do it.
Don't do what, though? What
You have the ability to stop it feeling wrong by stopping doing it.
So, but what do I start doing? Do I cancel both dates? Do I cancel one? Do I choose? Which just feels, even saying the word, it's just horrible.
When did you split up with is it your wife?
Oh, last year, yes. So last year, that's all fine. She's got another. I was waiting for her to find another bloke to not, make things worse with anger and all that kind of stuff. But it was nice and acrimonious, and it's all fine.
My suggestion is, if it feels wrong, then that is not a great way of going into a situation where you are. I mean, are you looking for love, or are you looking for a shag? I don't know.
Yeah. No. Oh, no. Not count on one hand the amount of women that I've been with, because I'm very much an all or nothing sapiosexual, as they call them these days.
Okay.
So no, definitely not. Wouldn't dream of, again, just being interested in more than one person to me feels like I'm doing something wrong.
I bet
just being interested in two people.
Andrew, I bet we speak in 6 months and you're still with both of them and you've not yet found a way.
No. There's absolutely zero chance of that happening.
Okay, I bet a year ago you would have said there's absolutely zero chance of you going out on dates with two women.
Yeah, you're probably, but no, that's different though. I wouldn't have expected that to happen. But it's the moral line, and that's the bit I've got a problem with. Is it morally wrong to go on a date with two different women at the same time, which you see on American sitcoms and stuff all the time? They all do it.
You're not doing it on the same night, and one's in a swanky restaurant and one's in a burger joint.
No, not at all. Both taking them both out for dinner at a nice restaurant that I will obviously pay for, etc. And I will in no way lead anybody on, and in no way do anything even vaguely inappropriate without.
Here's a question I would like to ask. After having watched that awful program with that Frenchman, I think it's called, is it First Dates, Dinner Dates?
Yes, First Dates. Dates. I know it. Yeah, with Fred. Yeah,
Fred, right? Who's the laziest, jammiest bastard on TV, right? And you like to come? Oh, you look beautiful. It's obvious. Your man is very good. Then he goes and sits. He goes and sits down. That's a crap maitre d'. Anyway, right? Yeah. So what is this thing about men, young men? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm talking men. Let's say 35 and under, right?
Okay.
What is
not
the thing?
Me. Yeah.
Not either of us. We're old. But what is the thing about men 35 and under being expected to pay for the meal?
It's weird, isn't it? I have exactly that, but at the same time, though, you'd have to, though, wouldn't you? You couldn't possibly actually accept and go Dutch with someone, or that would feel really wrong.
It's really weird, right? Because I am for equality. I am for equality.
100%. I'm
all
a feminist.
Levels, right?
I totally agree. Yep.
But the man paying for the meal, it can be looked at as old-fashioned. It can be looked at subjugation of the woman. It can be looked at manipulation. It can be looked like all of this stuff, man. So paying for it being assumed that the man is going to pay is a weird hangover from the good old days. From the good old days when men.
Yeah, you're right. It's one of those. Doesn't hurt anybody. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I wish you the best of luck, Andrew.
Thanks very much. I will report back in 6 to 12 months and make my second phone call to you ever in thousands of years of listening to you. And I'll let you know how it went.
Okay. Joe Kai J says, why not? I nearly always have, especially on first dates. Split the first date, pay for the second. Well, that's not what I was just talking about, Jay. So completely, thanks for your contribution. But it's not what I was talking about. So thanks. We're getting some. Alex, thank you for your sub. Matty Hawk, thank you. We're getting some. Oh God, Alex, sorry. Alex is here for the entertainment and quality content. You've signed up to the wrong Patreon. You've signed up to the wrong Patreon. 0203 286 6370 is the phone number. Just making up time. We're just making up time. You're going to see some adverts. I don't need to know about it. I press the button. That's what happened. Patreon is where it's happening. Or head over to Patreon. I think that'll be cool. I should probably go to bed, I suppose. Quite hungry. I might have some toast. This feels like something, right? This feels like something. I really miss being on the radio. Selden Blake, I always offer to pay and I'm always gutted when they accept. Are meal discount codes okay for a first date? They should be. The hot tub patter, I think we've all got there. No, it didn't, John. Not in Nightbot, no. I miss being on the radio. I really miss it, you know, and I can't see it happening. I thought the new one was the right one for post-tune. I don't know. The new Patreon. Yes. Thank you, Vix. Like that shirt here more than the yellow one. Time Gatford out, please. Do a podcast. Act. That's a good idea, actually. How do I do it? How do I do a podcast? Is that Pete jumped straight in there? Look. How do I do a podcast? Is it easy? Is it easy? Is a podcast easy to do? What would I put on? What would I do in it? What would I do in it? Can I charge you to play with me and Ollie anytime? Oh, well, I was joking, Alex, because you said you wanted quality content, and I was joking. It's going well, Vix. I don't know. At least you don't need a camera. Okay, Act. Thank you. Podcast. So the podcast is just like the audio one, right? It's just like the voice and the sound. It's the sounds. It's going really well, Vix. We're some way off what we need to, you know, not even break even. Life is so expensive. Any chance you'll be on the radio soon? No. Should we listen to a little bit of Alan Bezic? You can call in, by the way, while we're doing this. Will there be new merch produced? Oh, there's going to be some great new merch. There's going to be some great new merch. It's going to be the best merch. I'm going to have the best merch for you guys. We're going to have the best goddamn merch for you assholes. You goddamn piece of trash assholes. I'm going to kick your ass. I'm going to kick your ass. You ever listened to Alan Robson's Night Owls? No. Could do a comic film review show. I called Bezic once. Help somebody gives us a goddamn break. We need a break. We need a break. You should don't keep those ideas coming. Sell them. Should we have a little listen to Bezic? See, I would normally, we won't listen too much, but if people want to call in, I'll take your calls. But I would normally listen to Bezic straight from the start. I'm just not sleeping at night, so I might as well stay up and do this crap. BBC Radio Manchester. Let's listen live. I'm going to listen live to BBC.
Is like enjoying that?
Oh, it's Glenn.
Well, it's only some kids. The majority of kids.
Yeah. But like what I'm saying, I know it's only some kids. I understand that these two lads, you know, they didn't care.
I've never kicked anyone's
you know, they were looking at me like they wanted to hurt me. And,
I like Glenn. He's apparently schizophrenic.
Very sad on it, really.
Well, all you need to do is, as soon as it happens, just walk away and go into the store.
Yeah, that's what the manager told me to do at Supermarket. They said walk away.
And
it's a trolley like Tesco.
And it's very, very good advice. And if they don't, and if the kids don't manage to, what they call, get a rise out of you and just see you walking away, then they'll get fed up. They've got nothing from it.
The police have told me that they're waiting for a reaction.
Yes, they are. And so And so if they don't get a reaction because you just simply walk away and go into the shop,
That's
then
what I do it all the time. I just ignore it. That's what I'm doing.
Was that Dag just
well, a few
plugging his
seconds
own
ago
channel
you
to
said
the ship?
they were staring at me and I was staring at them.
Yeah.
Just
just
walk away.
Well, a bit like I'm constantly ignoring people. I'm constantly doing it. That's what I do all day. Ignore people.
That's all right. Just walk away. You're only doing your job.
I find that
Do you
my
think having G?
negative
No, I
while.
don't think having G.
Just ignore trouble while. They just walk
Well,
away.
Is this
if
audio
people
from this tab or
are
another?
abusing you or making you feel uncomfortable for whatever reason, even if they're doing it by accident, just walk away. Go back to the shop.
Walk away.
But what is it, sometimes if you walk,
little
they
thing
seem to
called
take advantage of it, and they seem
of
to like, when you
life.
ignore them, they seem to like take advantage of that, and sometimes start reacting
Jamie
more
Robust,
differently
thank
and
you.
worse.
Thank you, Jamie.
If they
Thank you, that is
if they
appreciated.
start, just walk away.
You like Gary D91?
You will achieve nothing by staying.
You walk
Just
away, like,
walk.
if there's Charlie or that guy, but you've still got to go back again to get the Charlie thing.
Glenn,
So if it's still there, see?
Glenn,
listening to
Glenn, the police have told you what to do. I've told you what to do. The store manager's told you what to do.
That's what I do. I'm not
How many more people? How many more people
Hey,
you
Buxley
need
Clive.
to tell you what
We're
to
okay,
do?
No,
If you're being
I walk away all the time. There's no problem there.
excellent, then just do that. So the second you feel
Glenn on
uncomfortable,
Alan Bezic show.
don't think, what do I need to do now?
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
what you're going to do. So just
Yeah,
walk
walk
away.
away.
Don't speak, don't respond, don't react, just walk away. All
Right,
right.
cheers, thank you.
Good on you, mate. Stay safe. 0800 218 2255. If you want to join us, you can. Pick up your phone. I'll do Beverly.
Hi, Alan. I wonder if you get confused with the two of us ringing. It's a very unusual name. And we're both ringing on your.
We were
your,
cancelled on Twitter
program.
today
Anyway,
by
what I
former
wanted to
radio
say-
presenter Ian
We
Lee.
get a lot of Johns
We
as well,
drafted
so
this
we're
in
all right. We'll
response.
manage. what can we do for you?
You were mentioning manhole covers. I was
Yes.
listening to a radio on a program on
She said
Radio
Pradio.
4 Extra.
She said Pradio.
And they're saying that this is.
I like that. Hang on a minute. No, don't just stop a second. You've just invented a word and I like it.
Radio. Here we go.
What was
A
it?
programme on the radio. Pradio. It's a brilliant word. Pradio. There was a Pradio.
Gafford is
We
in
know
the-
exactly
Gafford is
what
in
you
the
mean
room right now,
And
Gary.
for the television, it could be a Prelly.
Gafford is in the room
I was watching
right
the
now.
Prelly.
The
Oh,
cowboy was
fantastic.
funny.
We might steal that. That's
I
going in
remember
the
the cowboy.
dictionary, that is, Beverly.
Howdy, partner. I'm
Anyway,
the cowboy.
you were listening to a Pradio. Go on.
It's
Yeah,
just someone I
anyway.
didn't like,
I'm sorry.
so I blocked them.
It's okay, don't worry, Alan. You must be having a good day anyway. It's not called a manhole cover anymore.
No.
So it's political correctness as it is. It
No,
goes
gone
on, you
mad.
know, we change
Political
everything,
correctness
don't
gone
we?
mad.
And I'm not
It's a
sure. Is
person.
that in case a woman decides to be a sewer person, you know?
I think it might be. Yeah. I think we're required now to call it an inspection hatch cover. And then I say, well, they have inspection hatch covers.
Jim
And somebody
got
say,
on
what's that? I say, a
Jim
manhole
doesn't
cover.
like
Oh,
me anymore.
right.
Jim went off and doesn't return my text anymore.
The purpose of language is to get
Because I
the
called
meaning
out Sunday
across,
show,
and
which I've
the
apologised
inspection
for.
hatch
Jim
cover doesn't
Fowler.
hack it.
Okay.
but you are absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Good on you,
Anyway,
Beverly.
don't forget to put that word in the dictionary, Alan.
No, I won't. Pradio and Prelly. I like them
I
both.
forgot about that. That's weird. Matt Alright and Jim.
Mind you, Prelly
Davis,
sounds like
unfortunately.
somewhere where you go for your holidays, doesn't it? Where you
Funny
go?
old
What a
world.
Prelly.
I mean, it's
Oh,
my
it's lovely
fault.
there.
Funny old
Good on you, Beverly. Thank you. And yes, it's not a manhole anymore. How do, Mike?
Hello, Alan.
Hello.
Yeah. Was someone talking before about the voting system, going in to vote and...
It goes on and on. Lady Alex came and worked at Talk Radio when we were there. Right, I'm going to go to bed. Oh, yeah, random British dude. I think he's probably gone now. We're leaving Twitch. We'll go on. Our time here is done. What, is that a spot? Ekibum says, why not set up a web radio station, call it Talking Radio, because that's a shit idea. That's the spot. It's a black kid, look. Oh, I can't. Why? I thought, there. Yeah, here we go. You ready? Why can't my brain work out what to do? Here we go. My brain can't work this out. So that one goes closer. No, why can't my brain work it out? Don't look. Here we go. My brain can't work out what. Let's do it like this. This is going to be awesome, man. So to God, this is going to be awesome. We've got a new... D! Thank you, D! We've got a new thing, a new Patreon. Why is that? Oh, I see. All right. Here we go. Oh. Amazing time to be alive. Jim Davis doesn't talk to me. Matt Allwright doesn't talk to me. It's live. We're done. Sign up for the Patreon if you can. It'd be really helpful. We're back tomorrow night. We're back tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Tutty bye.